Does Arsenal have a chance of winning the EPL this season? Or is it that the chances are over for us right now? So on this video, I'm here to cover that, and I want us to have and keep the conversation going on the comment section there. Keep on letting me know, do we still have the chance? So I'm just going to talk a bit about a couple of things that I have observed for a couple of days as an Arsenal supporter. To begin with, the last 3 matches that we've played, we have only managed to get 1 point. 1 point. That is the game between Bournemouth, where we lost. The game between Liverpool, we got a point, a draw of 2-2. And the game between Arsenal and Newcastle, where we lost 1-0 to Newcastle. This one, clearly it tells you it's a total fail and a total disappointment to us as Arsenal supporters, because look, we have been title contenders for the last 2 seasons. At least that has been the narrative out here. And us only managing 1 point in 3 matches, that can only mean one thing: we are risking our all chances of winning this title. Why am I saying so? The title is not only won when you are beating the top 6 competitors. You know, that is Chelsea, Tottenham, Liverpool, Man City, Man United. No. The title is also won when you are winning away at Bournemouth, when you are winning away at Newcastle. Then that is how you carry your title. When you meet with bigger clubs, say like Liverpool, the game that we played where we got a draw of 2-2, the game like Tottenham where we beat Tottenham, the game like Manchester City, even after having a red, we managed to at least get a point out of it. These are competitive matches. These are matches that you go prepared. You are prepared. You are ready to perform. You go with the mentality and the mindset of wanting to win the game. But where do we lose the mentality of wanting to win the game, or at least getting a draw, worst of it all, when it comes to teams like Bournemouth away, when it comes to teams like Newcastle away? And some people will say, okay, at Bournemouth we got a red. Yes, we got a red, but we are title contenders. It has been said, the narrative has been out here about how Arsenal is among the favorite teams that is supposed to win this Premier League this season, because of the way we performed last season, but one and last season. Then how come then, how can we afford to lose at Bournemouth as much as we were 1 man less? And even that red card, see the blunder that Trossard did, that poor back pass that he made. Still, those are not our levels as a team. Those are not levels that we're supposed to be at. And then you go and play with the Newcastle. You lose at Newcastle 1-0, and yet we want to be a title contenders. Where is the prowess when you are at 1-0? This is the same team that beat us last season at the St. James Park, 1-0. As much as it was controversial goal. Then remember how the game was. They pressed us. They were a better side. In fact, they were a better side than what they are right now. And still, we could not beat them. Now, 3 games, 1 point. Yet we want to be title contenders. Look at that game, for instance, between Arsenal and Newcastle. Honestly speaking, this one, I blame the coach 100%. Why am I saying so? Look, how do you play somebody like Thomas Partey as a fullback, right back? Yet we have a couple of right backs that are on the bench. Ben White was on the bench. Ben White should have started the game. Okay, some people might say that maybe he was not fit for it, and that's the reason as to why that he had to come from the bench. But look, this is Newcastle. This is at the St. James Park, where we lost last season. You need to be serious with your team selection. Choose a team that is going to be competitive. For goodness sake, Partey is supposed and was supposed to play at the midfield. Why am I saying so? These Newcastle players are very tall. And you want to put Trossard on the midfield to fight them. Put Partey on the midfield. Let Declan Rice play at number 8. And then number 10. For goodness sake, yes, you have started with Trossard, but it is not working. Trossard, it only worked a couple of matches when Odegaard was injured. The first few matches, it worked for us. It worked. I was even almost convinced that he's the right man at number 10. because he had covered in. We were even talking about Arsenal now settling in and almost not missing Odegaard because Trossard has really covered that number. But a couple of matches from Bournemouth, go to Liverpool, this game that we played on against Newcastle, it didn't work. When it's not working, bring another player. Why is Arteta not trying to risk? Play with Nwaneri. Give him a chance. This is a game that needed creativity. Zero creativity from Trossard on this one. Honestly speaking, I don't like attacking Arsenal players, but this one was zero creativity from Trossard. Could not create. This is a game when the first few minutes, the first 15 minutes when we had started the game, I almost said, okay, we are going to win this game because we were pressing, we were all over with the ball, we were everywhere, we were controlling the game, and I felt like this game, we are taking it. Then Newcastle scores. After Newcastle scored, we completely lost the tactics. We completely lost our game. We could not play. We didn't even settle in until the last minute. And look, it is even disappointing. Like we were behind with a goal. Newcastle was ahead of us, but no urgency. We did not have not a single urgency. We didn't even want to play the game. We were dilly-dallying on the midfield because we were lacking a creative midfielder. We are missing Odegaard. Okay, Arteta, you've seen it happening like that. Bring Nwaneri at the beginning of the second half, at least let him have more time. Yes, I agree. He brought him in, he played. But what will he do on a team that is defending like that, Newcastle? Bring him as early. See what he was doing. Creating, trying to dribble, trying to hold the ball, and even add a shot there. I think I shot one or two of them. Give him more chances. Push Trossard to the wing, and he should come from the bench. As if that is not enough, look at Havertz. Havertz was all over the pitch. Havertz was everywhere the pitch. Like, I could not understand the role that Havertz was playing on this game between us and Newcastle. Was he a striker? Was he a false nine? Was he a winger? What was he doing? Nothing. Absolutely zero. It is not working. That tactic of pushing Havertz everywhere, it is not working. He cannot be an extra man. Let him play that role of false nine. If he can't, I think it's high time we start talking about even giving Jesus more games to play as a false, as a number 9. Because it is disappointing week in, week out. Havertz is lost. We started praising him and saying how Havertz is becoming good, is becoming better. Especially after the way he finished for us last season. But for how long then will we keep on complaining? Matches like that match that we played against Newcastle, this is a match that was supposed to be won if we had a striker. We didn't have no striker, and that is the reason as to why we could not win that match. A good striker that stays at the box or is there waiting for the balls to be brought in as crosses and passes should be there and finish the game and score. Havertz was nowhere, everywhere. This one, I totally blame it on Arteta on that one. Look, on to the question, then, are we going to win this league? Already it is starting to kick in my mind. It is starting to dawn in my mind that maybe, come May, it's going to be the same situation as what was this May. If we don't start changing the way we are playing right now, if we do not start getting tactful, if Arteta does not start taking risk in even playing these youngsters, because it is refusing on our some of our first 11 players, then come May we shall be crying. Then the narrative about Netflix next season FC, then it's gonna knock on us, dawn on us come May of next year. But for us not to have that narrative, number one, Arteta must win something. It doesn't matter whichever the cup, he has to win. But look, is it the EFL? Is it the FA? No, these are cups that we are, especially the FA are cups that we are used to. EFL is not as a big cup as even FA or even EPL. What is it that we are lacking so that people can stop calling us next season FC or Netflix FC? It is the EPL and the Champions League. But how do you win the EPL and the Champions League with the way we played that game against Newcastle? Worst game I've seen Arsenal play against Newcastle. If we continue like that, and this is the second game. That one for Bournemouth was another worst game we played. This is the second game. Look, if we continue playing like that, then Arsenal fans, my football supporters and football fans, it's high time we start accepting that maybe that is it for us. I want to be honest here today, guys. I know I defend Arsenal. Lots and lots of my videos, I defend Arsenal. I want to believe that Arsenal is going to carry this EPL and the Champions League and every cup maybe that you're participating on. But look, if we continue the way we are playing right now, that's it for us. We ought to change the mentality and how we are playing. And this has to start with the coach. And some people would even argue and say that we bottled this league from the signings. I don't want to believe that, yes, we did that. But look, who did we bring? We brought in Merino. Merino, I've not seen what Merino has done. Yes, blame it on the injury that he had. But what was he doing on this game against Newcastle? I didn't see nothing. It was just there. It was just there. He's yet to convince me. Yes, maybe he will prove me wrong, but he's yet to convince me that he is the player that we needed for us not to finish at number 2, but number 1 this season. And then, as if that is not enough, we brought in who? Sterling. It's been 10 games at the EPL. 10 games, 10 weekends, 10 matches that we've played. What has he done? Even when he was given an opportunity, what has he done for us? Is he the right man that we were supposed to sign? Is he? That is debatable. Whether he is, it is debatable. And then we didn't even sign no striker. We knew very well we did not have a striker. And then we did not sign. And then even that false 9 Havertz, who played as our striker last season, is being played all over. If there's one person that should understand that pressure is on him, is Arteta. And truly, there's lots and lots of pressure on Arteta. Because if he doesn't deliver, he puts himself, his job at a very high risk. Then we will start talking about Arteta going or Arteta not going. Then the conversation is going to begin. But again, it is even more riskier to us as Arsenal supporters, because our players will be poached. Some teams like Real Madrid, they want to have a conversation with Saliba and get to sign him. If we don't get a cup, my fellow supporters, my fellow Arsenal supporters, that's it for us. That's it. Saliba will go. I don't think he can stay on a club where he's not winning a cup. It can be easier for him to go, because maybe he's going to be given better salary, and then Arsenal is going to be given good money that they will not refuse, and he will go. And a couple of our good players, maybe even Odegaard, maybe, and a couple of them. This is so unbelievable. From the very time when we, on that transfer window, where we could not sign crucial players that are needed, and especially when we have injuries, that is when you can easily say we lost it. But anyway, we have only played 10 matches and 28 matches to go. We need to wake up and redeem ourselves. We need to start having the mentality of trying to win something. I hope Odegaard is going to be back, and when he's back, he's going to be at fit for the rest of the season, because zero creativity is what is costing us on the midfield. I really hope that he's going to be back, and when he's back, he's going to do magic for us, and so that we can be able to win. Look, we are not scoring like we used to score last season. We don't have enough clean sheets like we had last season. Now it is easier for Arsenal to be scored. It is becoming easier. Why? The coach tactics, sometimes they're not working. Why? I don't understand. Is it the signing? What is wrong with us as Arsenal? Have we all of a sudden decided to be the laughing stock? Okay, right now we are at a point where we are chasing. Last season we were at a point where we are on top of the table for the better part of last season, and last season but one, and that is where we got the title bottlers. So then, since we are chasing right now, are we at a better position than when you're on the top of the table? Okay, I agree, Manchester City lost, but as the matter of fact, as much as Manchester City lost, did we win our game? We are still behind them with 5 points, if I'm not wrong. Liverpool, we are behind them with, I think, is it 8 points or 7 points? We are at number what? Number 5 or number 4? Is it number 5 or number 4? I don't know. It's somewhere there and about. We are playing with Chelsea this coming weekend. If we go with the same mentality, the way we were playing, we are gonna lose the game. We are all of a sudden, we have killed our pace. We have killed the urgency of even wanting to score. Like we are not even creating. We are just there. We're just playing. We just want to control the ball, start passing from behind and pass on our box, on our half. For how long? We need it to be scored. We need it to be on the opponent's net so that we can be happy as supporters, so that we can have the belief of trying to win. Or is it the narrative that the media has been creating that Arsenal is the favorite that is affecting us? That Arsenal is the favorite to win? Is it the one that is affecting us? But okay, do we chase? Do we have the underdog mentality of trying to chase where no media is talking about us, where we were like 3-4 seasons ago? But then, how many times have you seen teams that are not even talked about with the media winning this EPL? Very minimal time. Most of the times is the team that the media talks about that wins these EPLs because they are seeing something. Just like us supporters, they are also supporters of teams and they are seeing something. At the beginning of the season, we were the title favorites as Manchester City. Liverpool is not even on the narrative. But look, Liverpool right now, they won their game and they are opening the gap slowly by slowly. Yes, we are competing against Manchester City because for the last 2 seasons we have finished at number 2. But again, even if Manchester City was to be found guilty of the charges that they have, who does that result favor then? It is supposed to be us, but is it us? No, it is Liverpool. Liverpool with a new boss. They are clicking already. It is like they have not even changed their game. In fact, they have even improved it rather than even reduced on the level of the way they are playing. So what then? What is Arsenal doing? What are we doing? Another news, we have lost now the director of sporting, that is Edu Gaspar, who has been part of the project Rebuild on Arsenal. A few weeks ago, we lost on our under 21, or is it under 18? We lost our coach, that is Jack Wilshere. We are losing. It's just going to be that news. If we don't win a cup, then a number of our players, we are going to be, I'll come here and tell you, breaking news, Saliba is going, breaking news, so-and-so is going. Yes, that is what is going to happen. Because these other clubs are becoming more serious. Nottingham Forest, what is Nottingham Forest doing on the top 4? Because they are serious. What is Chelsea? Chelsea that began bad. Look at them right now. Look at Chelsea right now. They have a style of playing. If we are not careful, even teams like Newcastle, teams like Manchester United that have gotten a new coach, if we are not careful, I'm telling you, all of a sudden they will start being our competitors. We need to be as serious. Somebody that is watching this as Arsenal fans, please, if your expectations were up there at 1,000%, lower the expectations. Then we will live to fight another day, because I don't know. If we continue the way we are right now, I don't see us winning that EPL. But for us to win the EPL, like I've said, we need to change the mentality, the way we are playing. Very simple. Otherwise, forget about it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Bye-bye for now.